Lonmin was incorporated in the UK in 1909 as the London and Rhodesian Mining and Land Company. It now focuses on platinum mines in the Marikana area of South Africa. Lonmin has a market cap of 18 billion rand, a price to earnings ratio of 16 and a dividend yield of 1.3%. Looking at Lonmin, it announced earlier this week that it's going back to the conventional methods of mining. We know that it let that go in 2004. Is this the way to go now?
Well, there have been quite a few companies in this sector that have tried to do automated or mechanized mining. Typically, they struggle, though, with reef breakup and also with the capital costs of getting the mining machines down into the mines. Again, it's an issue of depth. Look, Lonmin is an interesting company. I'm glad you went back and talked about its early history. It's also known as the company that Tiny Rowland, a quite enigmatic British entrepreneur, took over and expanded and developed. And then that split into Lonro and Lonmin. So Lonmin really is controlled now, or not about controlled, but it's got a significant stake from Xstrata, which is that global mining company which is currently talking about merging with Glencore. So I don't know what they plan to do with it, but it's been battling. And it's been battling because of the same problems, you know, the Marikana section, which is sort of on the road to Rustenburg. Also been having the same problems, same labour issues, same everything. I've never liked it much as another reason, which is because its CEO sits in London and pontificates from there, whereas the operations are always down here.
Not good that the CEO sits in London. Your thoughts on Lonmin?
That's probably true. But, you know, I think that just looking at the ratios, they're a lot less way out, say, than Anglo-Platts is. And I think that that is a little bit better. A dividend yield of 1.3%. It's difficult to accept a mining company on those sort of ratios. But I do think that smaller base may have better growth potential. And I like the association with Xstrata. I think they've got a really go-ahead management attitude. And with the possibility of a merger with Glencore, there could be exciting prospects for being part of a bigger, diversified minerals group.
We have Lonmin still needs to spend about $450 million in 2012. Should they be carrying on with the expansion plans, given what we are seeing within the sector?
Now, good question, because some of their other peers, one we're not talking about tonight, Aquarius, has already basically shut down a mine which they significantly developed in recent years and fixed. And now you see these types of situations. I don't know, it's tricky because, you know, you don't want to be the one that does all the shutting down while your competitors take advantage of your absence to produce at full capacity and make the money that is there to be made. So it's an extremely tricky kind of equation. But the general sense is that the market is somewhat oversupplied. In part, I think that's because there's been a greater and greater use of where they take the autocatalyst out of old cars and refine that and put it back through the refinery process and reuse it again. Recycling is the term I'm looking for. So, I mean, that's a negative issue as well, but I don't know. It's very tough for management to decide whether to step on the gas now or whether to hold off.
Step on the gas, hold off?
I think they have to keep it moving, at least. You know, you don't have to have it down at 100% full throttle, but they must keep it turning over, because if they do close it down, even if they just partially do so, the cost of getting it going again at full scale are huge. Much more than they would be if they could simply spend whatever it was on keeping it going on a very low productivity or low profitability level.
Hot or not, Paul? Lonmin?
No, I'm afraid not. You know, it's kind of in the middle. It's only got 40 million ounces of reserves. It's not the preferred player in the industry.
Hot or not, Ian?
You won't let me go with lukewarm, so I'll say not in this case as well.
Okay, so not hot on Lonmin.